So, as explained before, we're going to be doing hip openers. And a lot of it will be in seated or laying down. So, make sure you have a nice, comfortable mat, or you can be on a carpet, which is fine. I just wouldn't put your body on a hard surface. So, I also have 2 blocks that will help. So, and you'll see why later. All right, so our first, any part of yoga, you want to always first start with breathing. So let's close our eyes, and we're going to focus on our breath. So breathing in through your nose, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Okay, so what we're going to start with, you're going to be seated in a nice, easy seated position. So that could be crisscross applesauce, that could be, like out, whatever you're comfortable with, okay? So what I want to first get started with is we're going to do some twists, okay? So we're going to turn to the right, left hand on the right knee, and we're just turning. So you're going to look over your right shoulder. Always breathing. Coming back to center. Looking over your left shoulder, twisting. And coming back to center. Now, if you can do like a wide butterfly, awesome. If you really have a hard time with it, like your knees are coming up, you can always do blocks under your knees to give yourself a little comfort, and they can go up as high as you need to. So get your legs in a nice, comfortable position. They can be supported with the blocks. And what I want you to do is you're just gonna lean forward. We're stretching into the low back as well as into the hips. And we're going to slowly come up. So normally I would do a butterfly, hold the toes, and I would use my elbows to push myself down, and that really opens up the hips. But it all depends on how mobile you are. So I'm leaning forward, and I feel that all on the inside, like the groin into the hips. So, but whatever you're able to do is great. And then we're going to come up. I'm going to put my blocks aside until we need them again. Okay, so one really good exercise for the hips. Now, I've been told this is called mermaid, but then I got told it was called something else. So, we'll just do this. Left leg is in front, right leg is behind. If this bothers this name, you can always have your leg come out. That's fine. So, now, the leg that's bent in the front, so my left, you're actually going to turn to the left. Now, what you're going to feel is you're going to feel right into your hip flexor. So right where that thigh meets your hip. When you turn away, you're stretching all along here. So you're going to feel it. Then we're going to come back to center. You've got to do both sides. You don't want to be crooked, as they say. Really, it's just what I say. I say that all the time. You don't want to be crooked. All right, so now right foot in front. This is my left leg. turning to the right. So you're going to stretch all into that left hip flexor. And then we're coming back to center. Okay, so we'll do some more seated hip openers after we come from laying down. So let's lay down. Always protect your back, your neck. Very, very important. Okay, so your feet are down, knees are up. You're going to bring right knee into your chest, which is more low back, but it's good to get this stretched out. Then straighten the leg, hands are behind the knee. You're going to stretch, you're going to feel that right in your hamstring, which connects to your butt, which guess what? Connects to your hips. Now, you can release that. You're going to bring your right ankle to your left knee. Bring your left knee in. You can always use a strap to bring your knee closer to you. So if you're here, use a strap. Use a rope, you can use a bathrobe, tie, whatever you want. Doesn't have to be the yoga strap. All right, so I am stretching into the right hip this way, okay? So now you release that, both legs are down, bring your left knee in. Guess what? Two sides. And give yourself like a couple breaths. Then you're going to extend the leg, and it can be partially bent, that's fine. Because if straightening the leg is really like intense, bend the knee, it's all good. So as long as you feel a stretch in the back of your leg, you should be good. But no stretch should be painful, like horrible painful. It should feel like a stretch. Now you're going to cross your left knee or left ankle to your right knee. I'm bringing my right knee in. My left hip is getting stretched right now. Then we're going to release. Bring your arms out to a T. Bring both knees up. You're going to drop them to the left, and you're going to look to the right. Now, this is going to stretch all the way. I will show you when we do the other side. But it's going to stretch from shoulder throughout the rib cage and into your low back, into your hip. Then we're going to come up. You're bringing the legs down again, this time to the right. And I'm looking to the left, so you're stretching from your armpit all the way down into your hip. So this is good for spinal mobility, but it's really good for hips as well. Now you're bringing your head to center and your legs to center. You're going to straighten out your legs. You're going to bring your arms up overhead. Then just grab a knee, roll up to seated. And we're going to do some more seated hip openers. So, my left leg is on the bottom, and my right leg is on top. Now, here's the goal. My right ankle is on my left knee. My right knee is going to be aligned with the left ankle. Now, Not everybody has that kind of hip mobility, so this is what the blocks are for. So you can put that right where your knee and ankle are supposed to meet, and you can make it as big as you like or as big as you need. Okay, so once you're here and you're relatively settled, you're just gonna sort of push yourself a little bit forward. That will intensify the stretch in your hips. I always laugh when I say it'll intensify the stretch in your hips, because I hear people go, ah, yep. And as I say, a couple seconds, couple breaths, as much as you feel you need. Then we're going to release that, and we're going to do the opposite side. So, right leg is on the bottom, left leg is on top. Now, once again, you see, my knee doesn't touch, and that's okay. I don't beat myself up over it. I just put a block there. Now, people call this fire log. Some people call it double pigeon. So, but this is definitely an intense stretch, so you can like lean forward, make it a little bit more challenging. You can lean back, make it less intense. Okay, and we're just breathing. Then we're going to release that. Now, you can lengthen your legs and just stretch it out a little bit. Now, we're going to left leg on the bottom, right leg on top. So, you want to try to align your knees. That's about what I got. Now, if this is super duper hard for you, you don't have the movement, you can actually place blocks, let's say, under your feet to like bring yourself into alignment. You can always do the old block in between the knees. Wherever you're comfortable is fine. And you want to try to hold on to your feet, and you really want to try to focus on your posture. So you don't want to be like this. You want to up. And then if you need something more challenging, you can fold forward, but keep your shoulders like back. Don't hunch. Now I'm going to show you a super duper awesome trick. When you're in this position and you want to change to the other side, we're going to have our feet down. Now my right leg is on top, so I'm going to turn the opposite leg. So right leg on top, turn to the left. So my legs are down, walking yourself through, and what do you know? Here we are. My left leg is on top. So, now mind you, if you don't feel, real feisty today, or whenever you're watching this, you can just flip them. You don't have to do anything too crazy, I promise. But sometimes you want to learn something new, right? So we're just folding forward, keeping our shoulders back. And then we're going to release that. Now, to sit and relax, I usually use my block and I sit, because that sort of props me up, which is nice. And I stay more, my posture is more upright than rolled over, okay? So, this is where you can try a half lotus. So my right foot coming in towards my hip crease. Right. I hold on to it because I have some ability, but I don't have, you know, a ton. So, holding on to that, you can use the block to sort of give you a little help. Might even have to use it on a hand there. There it is. Okay, so you're going to feel a really big stretch in here, but it's also good for your hips. And then you release that. And we're going to just do the other side. And we'll breathe a little more. See, this is my good side apparently, because this doesn't hurt at all. It always had one side. And we're just going to breathe. Now we're going to release that, and we're going to be in our comfortable position. Now, comfortable position for me is crisscross applesauce. I'm comfy. You can have your legs out, you can have your legs straight out, whatever you want. Okay, so let's breathe, and then we'll also stretch our neck as well. So close your eyes. We're going to focus on our breath. Going in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. Feeling your chest rise with your inhale. Feeling your chest lower with your exhale. Bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. Roll your head through center, bringing left ear to left shoulder. Rolling your head through center, back to the right. Now we're going to roll back to the left, back to the right, coming up, chin to the chest. Bringing your arms up overhead, we're going to breathe in and exhale, breathe out. One more time, inhale, arms up, and exhale, arms down, bringing hands to heart center. It's important to take the time to increase your mobility, to do something good for yourself, focusing on your mind and your body, focusing on your breath with your movement, going internally rather than paying attention to what is going on out around you. It's important to take care of yourself, and spending a couple minutes to open up your hips. It's just a little part of your day. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps. And I will see you on the flip-flop, as they say. Namaste.